Hi there, if it's Tuesday, it's Down and Dirty Woodscraft, and I owe you a cooking video. Stay with me. Hi guys, well, I owe you a cooking video. What happened was we were in the process of shooting it last time, where I was going to do biscuits and then it, and I had just got the biscuits done, and here comes this thunderhead rolling in, and it rained for several days. So here it is a week later, and I finally got the opportunity to come out and do it. So we're going to finish up the other part of that video, which was how to cook some camp stew and cook the biscuits to go with it. So I'm going to bring out the stove right quick and we're going to go over it. Here we go. What this dish is commonly called, when I was growing up, camp stew. And what that meant was, it was normally, really a lot of these dishes had come up during the Depression and also during World War II. And there wasn't a lot of meat to be had. And so you would put vegetables into a gravy and add whatever kind of meat you had, and you'd throw in some rice, or you'd throw in whatever, or you'd put it on a bed of mashed potatoes, or you'd put it on a bed of rice as a way to thicken it up, okay? You had tons of vegetables, but you wanted meat, and you only had a small amount of meat. Well, you spread it out this way, and you make everything have a meat flavor to it. And so that was the idea of camp stew. It was something you could create at camp, but you could also create at home and use what you had to make it taste like what you wanted. Go prepare our fresh ingredients for the rest of it. And yes, that is my 6-way sheath from stitchgear.com, and this is my WC Knives Blackbird, because you know somebody's going to ask what was using. Yep, don't do that. Stay there. A sliding razor sharp blade is never a good thing. Okay, our ingredients are going to be some instant rice, a tomato, 1 package of McCormic onion gravy, 1 can of a mixed vegetables of whatever, peas, carrots, all of the above, 1 small onion, 1 jalapeno, leave out, add more, whatever you want to do, and a can of barbecue meat. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to dice up the onion, the tomato, and the jalapeno right quick. Now, since I know you're going to ask, yes, the Blackbird does a good job as a kitchen knife. I use it quite a bit in the kitchen, actually, in addition to using it in the field. No, I'm not going to put the seeds in there, because that's where the heat is and you know it. I'm not a big fan of heat. Mrs. Blackie is, but I'm not. Take out all the little, and then we're going to take it and turn it into giblets, just like this. Nice thin little slices. One of these flexible cutting boards, like I've got right here, are great to put in your bush pot. Just roll it up, cut it to size, and slide it in there. It gives you a cutting surface like this that you're not going to dull your knife on, and at the same time makes life a little bit easier. So I don't slice the hood of the truck or the stump or whatever. And you got to be careful with these WC knives, because they are bloodthirsty. I'm going to tell you right now. I think we ought to start a web page of show me your WC knife scar, because there's going to be a few of those out there. Alright, slide that on down in there, just like that. Then we're going to take our little small onion, although I guess officially it would be called a shallot, because it is so small. That curve on the Woodsman's grind is perfect for those little small draw cuts like that. Alright, now turn it into small pieces. Usually the littler the onion, the stronger the flavor. At least that's what I found. Used to be these little wild onions we used to get every year. It was in this creek down there below us. And whenever we'd go cut them things, one onion, if you ate it, man, it had the greatest flavor. But God, your breath could peel paint. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I may have to cut that over this because it's just too steep an angle right here. It's alright. It's sharp enough. It'll slice tomato paper thin if I want to. That hook of the belly right there just makes this type of work so easy. Just rotate up and into it. Now if you're looking for master chef type stuff, you're in the wrong place. I am a woodsman, I am southern, and I cook for taste, not for visual presentation. If you're looking for something that's going to look like a 5-star chef, I'm sure you can find somebody else's channel. But mine will be very tasty, but it will not be terrible pretty. Okay, now let me wash off my knife and we'll get ready for the next part. Okay, now that we're up to temp, bring it down a little lower. We're going to put the ingredients on. Okay, into the pot is going to first go peppers and the onions and the tomato. I want to kind of sear that just a little bit for flavor before I add the other stuff. So that goes on the heat first. And this will burn quick, so all I want to do is just sear it real good on that dry bottom. Maybe say a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes at the most. Since all of these are very high in water content, it's kind of hard to really burn them like this. They will, but it's got to evaporate out that water before it can burn the next part. Now, that's had time to scorch a little. We're going to take and open up our can of mixed veggies and add that water. That water's got all kinds of minerals and taste in it. We want to utilize it. There we go. Nothing scorched to the bottom. Alright, now we add the veggies. Now these veggies are just blanched. That's a fancy word for just put into boiling water for just a minute. They're not entirely cooked, but they are ready to, you could eat them like this, but they're not entirely cooked. Now, we add in a little bit of water. We want to be able to just barely cover it with water. Just like that. Let that come to a boil. Okay, now we got a good rolling boil. Now we're going to add in rice. Just like that. Instant rice, whatever. Add a good stir. Now we're going to add the meat. As you can see, it's just barbecue. Just like that. Keep it stirring. So it don't burn to that bottom. Now, we're going to take half a package of our onion gravy. I'm going to put this in small little clumps. Just sprinkle in a little. Stir it in. Let it not be a clump. This will turn it from a watery to more of a meaty. Just like that. I'm going to reduce that heat. And let it simmer. I do not want the bottom to scorch. Just like that. Now, since everything in here is basically cooked, all I'm doing is heating it. I want those flavors to meld a little bit. And so, what we have is camp stew. Now, for my northern brethren who may or may not know what camp stew is a meat stew that's thick. It's got rice, it's got all kinds of vegetables, and it's got meat in it. This is camp stew. Now you can eat it as it is, with bread, with biscuits, with crackers. Put it over a bed of potatoes. Put it over a bed of rice. Infinite uses, but it's a nice, thick stew. And so, it's something that you can whip up in camp quickly. You can spice it up as much as you need. You can add lots of hot peppers to it. You can add less stuff, more meat, more veggies, whatever. Wow, that jalapeno was good. But that's all it is to make camp stew. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. I'm sorry it took so long. There will be more cooking videos coming all along. So, till next time, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.